Northgold is exploring for gold in Finland. And we're going to be joined by Mitchell Vanderydt. Mitch has 14 years experience in the metals and mining space, including 10 years as an engineering consultant focused on mining project development. That was followed by 3 years as a mining analyst at an investment bank in Toronto, and more than a year in his current role as CEO of Northgold. He's been into his role of CEO of Northgold for over a year. He holds a bachelor's degree in civil and environmental engineering from Western. He is a professional engineering license in Ontario and a mining-focused MBA from the Schulich School of Business at York University in Toronto. Mitch, nice to see you. How are things, and where are you joining us from today?
Hi there, Anthony. Thanks for the warm welcome. I'm actually joining you from Barcelona this week, where the summer weather hangs around a little longer. But I'm based in Stockholm, where we have Northgold's corporate headquarters.
Okay, very good. Wow, I think I can speak for the 1,000 or so delegates. We're all jealous that you're in Barcelona right now. Well done. You're doing something right there, Mitch. All right, listen, I'll pass it over to you, and then I'll join you after the presentation for some questions.
Sounds good. Thanks, Anthony. I'll share my screen here. Okay, Northgold is a gold exploration story in central Finland. We are a Swedish listed company trading under the symbol NG on NASDAQ First North Growth Market Exchange after listing 6 months ago. We are not listed in Canada, so for the many Canadian and North American viewers, this presentation is for information purposes only, and I would direct you to the brokerage for any information on trading European equities, such as Northgold. I've been CEO of the company for over a year, and before that I worked on Bay Street for nearly 3 years as a research analyst at A Capital, and before that I spent 10 years as a mining engineer working in industry. I was attracted to the Northgold story and enticed to move across the pond to Sweden due to two main attributes. Number one, the quality, advanced state, and upside of Northgold's assets, and number two, the strong founding shareholder groups with successful track records. And I believe these attributes should also act as reasons for new investors to get into the stock. And I will be making some forward-looking statements today. Contents of the presentation are as follows, which I'll breeze through rather quickly in today's short 10-minute presentation. Northgold hosts near-surface starter resources of 725,000 ounces gold equivalent across our two project areas in our region of focus, central Finland's Middle Osterbothnia gold belt, circled in red here on the map. This belt has a history of base metals mining and is now also emerging as gold district. Some key investment highlights are listed here, including how Finland is consistently ranked the top mining jurisdiction globally, according to the Fraser Institute. And very briefly on the gold price, which has been under some pressure lately amid aggressive interest rate hikes. But we, like many others, think the growing risk of recession and persisting geopolitical pressures should ultimately cause the gold price to rise, especially as interest rates begin to peak and fall. I'll also point out that while the gold price is down 9% year to date in US dollar terms, certain European gold investors are enjoying a gain of plus 6% year to date in euro terms. And we'll take a closer look at the Northgold story and its assets. Here we have the big picture geologic setting of the Middle Osterbothnian gold belt. Notably, there's been significant investment on the Swedish side of the Gulf that resulted in numerous precious metals discoveries along Sweden's VMS and gold line trends. And we believe this prospectivity should extend over to the Finnish side at the Rahi-Ladoga trend, which has received a fraction of the exploration expenditure compared to the Swedish side. It's already yielded some early discoveries, including Northgold's largest deposits, Kopsa and Angus Neva. Here we have the regional map of Middle Osterbothnia gold belt, where Northgold is focused on 1, growing resources and advancing towards development, 2, making new gold discoveries, and 3, continuing to consolidate the belt. Our two projects include our flagship Kopsa, hosting a 500,000 ounce gold equivalent resource, an earlier stage Kamala trend project that covers a combined 15 kilometers along the trend and hosts 2 small resources and at least 10 early stage prospects. Other significant projects in this region include to the southwest, the depleting Piasami copper polymetallic mine and mill held by First Quantum, To the north, the Live Gold Mine and Mill, an 800,000 ounce gold resource, which is held by Otso Gold Corp and which is currently offline after operating for a brief period last year. Lastly, to the west is the 89,000 ounce Hersey Kangas gold project held by Rupert Resources. Our flagship COPSA that hosts a 500,000 ounce gold deposit with some minor copper, some of which is exposed at surface and often outcropping at several locations. The deposit remains open both laterally and at depth. And importantly, this project hosts a historic conditionally approved mining permit that's based on a 2013 PEA that contemplated offsite processing. And this existing permit could help shorten the path to development at COPSA, provided a feasible offsite processing arrangement can be found and pending the results of future test work and studies. And here's our earlier stage Kamala Trend project, which covers a combined 15 kilometers along the prospective trend, boasting 2 small resources and 10 earlier stage prospects. And Kamala Trend's largest, most advanced deposit is Angus Neva, which hosts a 147,000 ounce gold resource, and which is open along strike and at depth where some attractive higher grade intercepts require follow-up. And some of the remaining deposits and prospects within our Kamala Trend project are described here. And as mentioned, Northgold's strategy is threefold. Number 1, grow gold resources, advance toward development. 2, make new gold discoveries. And 3, continue consolidating the belt. And we have a stated exploration target of 1 million ounce gold equivalent resource by the end of 2023. And we are aiming for an interim resource update and another 3,000 meters of drilling, both early next year. Pending the results of this year's work that is now wrapping up. We have also restarted mine permitting activities at COPSA, and we aim to reinitiate metallurgical test work next year. Here we have company mineral resources broken down by projects. And this shows market multiples of enterprise value per gold equivalent ounce for a range of listed gold explorer and developer peers. Northgold trades at an EV of 19 euros per ounce, near the lower end of the spectrum for our selected peer group at a discount to the Explorer peer group average of 53 euros per ounce. And I'll describe briefly that our 2022 exploration program, which included roughly 5,000 meters of diamond drilling recently completed. 2022 drill targets are shown here for flagship COPSA on the left, where more than 4,200 meters was completed, with assays still pending on most of it. And for a Puerto Neva prospect, Kamala Trend on the right, where 700 meters was completed with all assays still pending. Puerto Neva had been undrilled, with historic outcrop samplings grading up to 12 grams per ton gold, and with promising looking chargeability anomalies from a recently completed IP survey. Here are the locations of the 25 holes completed this year at COPSA aimed at resource growth. Gold assays have been returned and reported for the first 3 holes and are pending for the remaining 22, and with copper assays pending on all 25. Our very first hole at COPSA, drilled into the heart of the COPSA deposit, hit the best gold intercept to date at the project, which is 3.9 gram per ton gold over 98.7 meters from 6.1 meters depth along hole. And that includes several higher grade sub-intervals as shown on the cross-section. Copper assays are still pending and can only sweeten the results. And our third hole at COPSA encountered more shallow gold mineralization that appears to more than double the thickness of the main mineralized zone near its eastern extents, where past drilling had been more scarce. Copper assays are pending here also. And briefly on the team, our board includes founding shareholder representatives, Henrik Lofberg, appointed by Magnus Minerals, Roberto Garcia Martinez, appointed by Starboard Global, and expert local geologist Timo Maki, who's credited with a major copper discovery at the Piasami mine in our backyard years ago. And we maintain a lean yet strong management team in order to put more of our cash into the ground as drilling. Lastly, an overview of our capital structure, which is quite tight, with only 10.5 million shares out as a newly listed company. Company founding shareholder groups Magnus Minerals and Starboard Global, together with their related parties, own 29 and 25% of the company, respectively. Board and management are incentivized by their current combined 9% ownership personally. And as shown on the chart on the right, Northgold's share price increased multifold in the weeks following the March listing, back when gold was trading above 1,900 an ounce, before the share price fell to the 16, 17 crowns per share range where Northgold trades now, which should offer a good entry point for investors. Lastly, a recap here of our 6 investment highlights. And with that, I'd be happy to take some questions if we have time.
Excellent, Mitch. Yeah, we'll make a few time. We got to follow up. A burning one for the audience is what about a Toronto listing? That I take it that's being considered. What would a timeline look like for that?
Yeah, it's certainly a possibility. However, at our current market valuation, which is somewhere around 18 million euros, it's probably not a priority. But as we grow, that'll become more on our radar.
Okay, great. Good to see the drill results, 5,000 meters last year. We love seeing that. This is a great platform for people that are putting the drill into the ground. What's next year look like? What are you guys proposing? How many meters do you think you'll get through?
Yeah, we've yet to formally announce specifics about next year's plans. They will depend somewhat on the results of this year's drilling and some regional geophysics work that's still ongoing. But we're guiding for another 3,000 meters, at least in the first half of 2023 at this stage across both projects. And we'll put an update out later this year on more specifics.
Great. So lots of news flow to look forward to. And you did, you're at the stage now where you're growing out the resources, but you didn't mention development. So what is the corporate strategy here? How far do you want to take this? When you say development, do you actually want to develop a mine here?
Yeah, we're currently an explorer, but our COPSA project would be the closest to development stage based on a past 2009 feasibility study and 2013 PEA that both contemplated on-site ore sorting to improve the mill feed grade and off-site processing at a nearby mill that has since been decommissioned. So I guess we see a similar COPSA off-site processing arrangement as providing the shortest path to development. To get there, we'd have to perform additional lab and field scale ore sorting tests, additional metallurgical test work, and find a suitable off-site processing arrangement with the nearby mill. But of course, we continue to drill some of our earlier stage targets, which could be a game changer should we hit something big there.
Excellent. Well, Mitch, we appreciate you taking the time and bringing us the story. I think a lot of our investors are well familiar with gold in Finland through Agnico Eagle's Kittilä project. So it's not a jurisdiction that's foreign to us, but we don't see too many projects coming to the Canadian attention there. So we'll watch this one with great interest, and we wish you the best of luck going forward.
Good stuff. Thanks, Anthony. And thanks everyone.
Very much, Mitch. You take care. Bye-bye.